Spooked by the punching power. Oh! There it is!
Inoue goes down! Luis Nery with a first-round knockdown of the monster!
Here are some pros' reaction. Australia's Sam Goodman reacted to the fight. He said,
It just shows that everyone's human. At any given moment, anyone can beat anyone. And look, it's up to me to get that, to like I said, box the perfect fight and to really put it on him. And look, I've seen plenty in there to show that, you know, I can really push this guy and not just push him, beat him.
Tony Bellew wrote on X, reacting to the fight. The monster has now shown he's human. You hurt him like Nery did in the first round, you better not let him off the hook cause he's only gonna grind you down. Make no mistake, Luis Nery is also a brilliant fighter. It's gonna take something special to defeat Inoue. Ariel Helwani reacted on X, and he wrote, what a freaking KO. Again. For my money, no one is more exciting in boxing than Inoue. Always delivers. Diarios Journals wrote on X, Naoya Inoue gets knocked down for the first time in his career, gets up and floors Luis Nery 3 times, knocking him out in round 6 to retain the undisputed super bantamweight titles. Tim Zhu wrote on X, this is insane. Now IBF mandatory challenger Sam Goodman into the ring after knocking out Luis Nery and confirms that he's planning to defend his undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF and WBO super bantamweight world titles versus Goodman in September. Inoue said, I'm looking forward to the negotiation to fight against Sam Goodman in September. Australia's Sam Goodman, the #1 contender with the WBO and IBF, shakes hands with Naoya Inoue, stated,
Well, Sam Goodman, you've just got in the ring there with Naoya Inoue after he beat Luis Nery. What are your feelings right now seeing that and hearing what he just said?
Look, I didn't understand a word he just said. It was all Japanese, but look, I've seen enough in the fight to know I can do what I need to do to win that fight. Look, it's a massive opportunity for me. It's something very exciting, and so I've been saying it for how long. I want world titles. He's got them all. I've got to fight him. So look, I've got to box my best, but I believe if I do it, I can beat this man.
Bob Arum shared hands with Goodman. Arum confirmed that it will be a great fight in September. He said,
Sam, we have your numbers and everything, top rank? We have your numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we're looking to do a big fight for him September, October.
Speak to our team and we'll get something sorted. So let's speak to our team and let's get something sorted.
Yeah.
He's got the belts. I want
Ariel Helwani also suggests a potential Inoue versus Tank fight at Dodger Stadium. He wrote on X, doubt it ever happens, but Inoue x Tank at Dodger Stadium would be one of the coolest scenes in American boxing history. Danny also discusses a potential boxing match at 130 Lullybees and predicts Tank Davis winning by KO. He wrote on X, I know it's most likely never going to happen, but if they could meet at 130 Lullybees, it would be one of the biggest fights in boxing. Dev Shani wrote on X, very interesting Inoue saying that he enjoyed getting knocked down in the first round, perhaps hinting at a future fight with Liam Davies. Top Ranked Boxing shared a post on X, captioning it, folded him. Good night from the sold-out Tokyo Dome. IFL TV wrote on X, and that's all she wrote. Naoya Inoue does it again and stops Luis Nery in 6 rounds. What a fighter he is. The best on the planet right now? Boxing and BBQ wrote on X, that was nasty. Inoue with the 6th round KO. Congrats to Inoue. He retains all 4 belts in amazing fashion. What an exciting fighter to watch. Tony Bellew praises Inoue's vicious finish, showcased his fighting prowess. He wrote on X, Nery is a brave, brave man. Standing in front of him after being dropped like that is madness. The end is nigh emo. Inoue is ferocious even if he has become more human today. Tendo wrote on X, if you didn't watch this fight live, I feel so sorry for you. Naoya Inoue is the pound-for-pound greatest fighter on the planet and will be a first ballot Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. With victory over Nery, a question emerged by Michael Benson. Where does Naoya Inoue rank in your boxing pound-for-pound list after the Luis Nery fight? Benson wrote on X, who is boxing's pound-for-pound king today? Terrence Crawford or Naoya Inoue?
Mauricio, the champ. Viva WBC. Thank you always for the support for Nery. Didn't get it tonight, but he will be WBC champion again.
Before this exciting fight, retired Venezuelan professional boxer Jorge Linares predicted that Inoue would win by knockout. He also believes that Inoue fighting in his home country of Japan will benefit him in the match. Here's what he had to say on the Empire Boxing podcast. Inoue. I think Inoue by KO. I know. I know very well Pantera, Nery, this guy, but he have only punch. But he don't have that amazing style. What Inoue have. He's super fast, he's strong, super strong. And you know the same thing what we were talking before? He is fighting in his town. When the Japanese is fighting in his town, they are the best. But if he comes to here, he cannot be the best because it's mentality, you know what I mean? Jason Maloney also predicted that Naoya Inoue would continue his streak of stunning knockouts against Luis Nery. However, the Australian boxer anticipated that Nery would add excitement to the ring. In a pivotal fight, Japanese sensation Inoue had to defend his unchallenged junior featherweight championship within the colossal confines of the Tokyo Dome, an iconic arena that has long been dormant in the world of boxing since James Buster Douglas's stunning upset of Mike Tyson. Meanwhile, Jason Maloney said, "I think it is an awesome fight. It's a very exciting fight because of what Nery brings to the table. He's not the sort of fighter that will go in there to try and survive. He's someone who is definitely going to try and win the fight. He's pretty wild and he's pretty strong. He's also got a pretty impressive knockout record and won over in Japan against a former world champion." Maloney predicted that Nery would push and test Inoue during their bout. However, Maloney reiterated his previous statement that, in his opinion, no one in the 122-pound division can defeat Inoue at this time. Maloney added, "I'm expecting another dominating performance from Inoue, though. I think he will stop Nery. He's just on such a roll at the moment. He seems to be getting better and better. He looked impressive against Stephen Fulton and then impressive again against Tapales." Maloney elaborated on Inoue's remarkable achievements, highlighting his status as the undisputed champion at super bantamweight, achieved in just 2 fights, which Maloney found incredible. He said, "Inoue is already the undisputed champion at super bantamweight in just 2 fights, which is incredible. Nobody is beating him at this weight, but it will be exciting while it lasts." He reiterated his belief that nobody could defeat Inoue in this weight class, but anticipated an exciting fight nonetheless. Maloney predicted that both fighters would land significant shots, but emphasized that Inoue had never been defeated in a trading of power punches. He continued, "I think they will both catch each other with some good shots, but nobody has really beaten Inoue in a shootout. When you are talking about trading power punches, Inoue is going to catch him at one stage." Based on his own experience, Maloney described the impact of Inoue's punches as unpleasant. He pointed out that there were few opponents in the weight division who could challenge Inoue before he potentially moved up to featherweight. However, Maloney recognized Nery as a credible opponent, with recognition in Japan. Maloney added, "I can tell you firsthand what it is like to catch one of them. It is not nice. There are limited names at that weight that can test Inoue before he moves up to featherweight. Nery's a good name. He's established, and they know of him in Japan." Luis Nery, a former WBC bantamweight world title holder, faced tough odds against TJ Doheny, who was warned by Team Naoya Inoue to bring in TJ Doheny if he tried to pull a Ryan Garcia. Nery expressed interest in stopping Naoya to replicate Garcia's victory, but the reigning champion decided to risk defending his titles against the Laois fighter. Nery lost the title due to a weight mishap and won the WBC strap against Aaron Alameda in September 2020. Since then, Nery has rebounded impressively with a 4-0 record, claiming 3 victories by knockout. Before this fight, he said, "This is the highest stage one can reach as a fighter. It's like soccer players who prepare their entire lives for a World Cup. It's the same. This is bigger than being a world champion. It's 4 belts. It's undisputed." Nery has expressed a desire to fight Naoya for about 3 years. He regarded the current opportunity to face him as fortunate and stated that they were taking the fight seriously. Nery recognized Inoue as an elite fighter, one of the best in the sport. While acknowledging Inoue's speed and strength, Nery also mentioned that Inoue had flaws and could be hit with punches. Nery added at that time, "I'm the only one who can beat Inoue because I have good power. I can take punches, I have heart, and I'm willing to die in the ring. I'm a fighter who above all is a brawler. I like to brawl in the ring, but I like to counter as well. If the fight allows for it, and if the fighter and the style allow for it, then I do it. I adapt to whatever style of fight I'm in to get the victory." Nery expressed his belief that Inoue made a mistake by agreeing to the fight. From Nery's perspective, Inoue had little to gain and everything to lose by defeating him. Nery emphasized his own position as a non-champion and acknowledged Inoue's status at the top of the division. He portrayed himself as having nothing to lose in the matchup and asserted his determination to give his all, even willing to take risks and face potential danger in the ring. He further added, "This is an important fight. It deserves to be in an arena that is just as important like the Tokyo Dome, and I think it's a sign. If Mike Tyson can lose his unbeaten record there, then so can Naoya Inoue. Now, Mike Tyson was actually a monster. He for sure was an assassin. So, I'm happy that they made the fight at Tokyo Dome." Nery then added, "I will win by knockout. There's no other way. I know that either he or I will be stopped, but I'm sure that he will be stopped." Luis Nery was not giving up. and he was relishing his part as the villain who would defeat and destroy Naoya. Nery told Boxing Scene, "Naoya is a very good fighter, and this is the biggest fight of my career. 4 titles are on the line, but I've seen his fights and I think he's overrated. I think he's an ordinary fighter, or at least that's how it appears to me. I'm going there looking for the knockout. I'm not going to Japan looking for a decision." Nery appeared unmoved by Naoya Inoue's impressive resume. Despite the latter's reign as an undisputed champion at 118 pounds, conquests across 4 distinct weight divisions spanning a decade, clinching the 2023 Fighter of the Year title, and widespread acknowledgement as one of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters globally. Nery added, "I have the typical Mexican style. I like to come forward. I like throwing punches. I'm prepared to go 12 rounds, but I hope it doesn't go to 12 rounds. I want it to end early. You will see a conditioned, stronger, faster, and intelligent Nery who hits hard." Continuing, Nery assessed Naoya as physically similar to other fighters in the division, emphasizing the potential for an upset if he were to defeat him. While acknowledging Naoya's skills and intelligence, Nery didn't view him as exceptional. He said, "He's not incredible in my opinion, but it can be a back-and-forth fight. I see that he's a fast fighter. He's intelligent. He has a lot of power apparently. Those are his strong points. His weak point is that he opens up when he throws, and that's where I come in." According to boxing expert Doug Fisher, Nery posed a significant challenge to Inoue, but had certain limitations and tendencies that Inoue could exploit. While Nery is an experienced southpaw, Fisher believed he lacked the defensive acumen displayed by Marlon Tapales, who fought cautiously against Naoya. Fisher said, "Nery's got an attitude, but he doesn't have world-class speed or reflexes to go with it. I think he'll take more chances early in the fight than most of Inoue's recent opponents, and because he usually keeps his gloves low and loops most of his punches, he will be right in line for Inoue's jabs, lead rights, and his explosive 1-2 combinations." Fisher suggested that if Nery attempted to jab against Naoya, he'd be susceptible to well-timed counter-left hooks. Although Fisher was unsure if Inoue would target Nery's body, he believed Naoya Inoue's speed, timing, and accuracy would likely stun or even drop Nery early in the fight. He said, "If Nery tries to get his jab off against Inoue, I think the monster will punish him with well-timed counter-left hooks. I don't know if Inoue will be able to get to Nery's body, but his speed, timing, and accuracy will stun, maybe drop, or seriously hurt the brash Mexican early in the bout." Tim Bradley, member of the International Boxing Hall of Fame and current ESPN boxing analyst, explains what really makes Inoue unstoppable in the ring. "What is it, in my opinion, that makes Inoue unstoppable? What stands out to me with his boxing style is that he is able to adapt to any style that is in front of him. He has skill sets that can counterpunch. If he has a forward-coming fighter, he can march forward. He's very smooth, has great, tremendous footwork, great balance, excellent jab. He's the total package in what you want to see in a fighter. And his punching power is like no other, and speed." American boxing trainer and fight commentator Teddy Atlas had this to say on his YouTube podcast. "If Nery got stopped by a body shot from Figueroa, you can be damn sure that Inoue is aware of that, and he doesn't need any prodding. He doesn't need any extra, incentive to go to the body. That's what he does. He goes to your body, and he will be going to the body of Nery. And at the end of the day, I think it's an interesting fight because of the bad blood, because Nery's a good fighter. He's a former world champion. He's a good puncher. He's a southpaw. He's all of those things." Atlas goes on to explain how for his last fight, Inoue faced some criticism. Although he did win the match against Marlon Tapales in Japan, it took him 10 rounds to do it. At the end of the day, Inoue, in his last fight, some people will say he struggled a little. He stopped a guy in the tent. He didn't struggle, but they say he struggled because he's Inoue. Oh, he struggled a little, Ted. He showed you a little bit of humanness, that he was human, the monster. It took him 10 rounds. Well, first of all, he was in there with a guy who's a solid guy, a really solid fighter, and he did stop him in the 10th round. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.
Fuck you! Let's go! Yeah, get back up so I can start booing you again.